besties, what's up? My name is Meg. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are doing another blind date with a book. This time, I got my dad.
Howdy, everybody.
3 blind date with the books. I'm gonna read them to you, and then you tell me which one sounds more interesting, A, B, or C, okay?
Okay.
So A is a fantasy and a high fantasy. It's Game of Thrones meets Jurassic Park, set in a medieval society where dinosaurs are used as war mounts, beasts of burden, and more. Together, a group of individuals work together to help fight a world full of corruption and political entanglement. So that's A. B is a thriller, horror, and suspense. When a local man is arrested for a murder he did not and could not commit based on overwhelming evidence, a local detective goes on a journey to discover who or what is committing a series of gruesome murders. So that's B. And then lastly, C, these are just tropes of the book. So it's rags to royalty, female power, love triangle, mythical and legendary retelling, ambitious protagonist with moral ambiguity. So that's A, B, or C. Which one do you think sounds best?
I actually like the sound of the first one.
The first one?
With the dinosaurs?
Yeah, with the dinosaurs, because it's me. Okay, perfect. Oh, someone taped it out good. And it also says that it's the first in a completed trilogy. So if I really like it, we're going to go get the next one. Oh, it's called The Dinosaur Lords. So it says, men and women live on paradise, but dinosaurs predominate. Colossal plant eaters like brontosauruses, terrifying meat eaters like allosauruses, and the most feared of all, Tyrannosaurus rex, rule the land. Seeking to centralize real power in his figurehead fanged throne, Emperor Philippe of Europa sets off a chain of wars may blaze up to consume the continent called the Tyrant's Head, but is imperial ambition the only spark, or are there more sinisters at work? And so we have as our players fallen hero Kyril Bogomirsky, who gets lured into the quixotic task of raising an army from a province of pacifists, part-time dinosaur master and minstrel, and full-time rogue Rob Corrigan, who wants to get paid and laid, but he follows the man he's written and sung about into what looks like certain disaster. Princess Melodia, who is eager to escape the shadow of her indulgent but neglectful father, the emperor, and imperial champion Duame, Count of the Flowers, Empire's most celebrated swordsman and poet, who wants to serve beauty and the right, but what can he do when faced with two equally and wrong and ugly choices? I've never heard of this book, so this one actually sounds pretty exciting. Okay, hi, hello. So we are not in our same setup. I am at Bestie Erin's apartment at her college school. I'm visiting her for the weekend, but work never stops for us. We do not stop. We got the dinosaur lords here. We made it to chapter 3. We are currently at chapter 3. Like, we haven't gone through it yet. And we have just been dropped into the middle of a war. And I'm being introduced to all these characters and everything, and that's great. I love it. That's fine. However, why are we in a war? Why are we fighting? I would love to know why we're fighting, because I'm all for a war. No, that sounded wrong. In fantasy books, I'm all for war. I'm all for battle. Let's go. Let's beat the enemy. But we're getting both sides of said enemy. I don't know how to quite explain it. Like, we're getting one side's point of view and then we're getting another side's point of view. And it's just a little confusing. But, like, I would like to know why we're in a war. Like, can you please tell me? Huh? And so it's just a little confusing because it says that it's not Earth, yet there's still horses. There's still, like, cows, there's still all of these things, and we're just a little confused. We're really just a little confused, and I would love some answers. This book says that it's not Earth. What do you mean it's not Earth? They're literally speaking Spanish. There's so many things that correlate to Earth. It literally feels like a dystopia of Earth. Granted, I know it says that it's not, but like, you can't sit here and tell me that it's not in Spanish. They're literally speaking Spanish. One of the characters is named Guadalupe. Like, bruh, hello. Make up new names, make up a new language. I don't know. Do something new. But like Spania, S-P-A-N-A, Spania. I don't know. I don't buy the whole it's not Earth kind of deal, because I'm sorry, highly of Earth vibes. I had to stop in the middle of a chapter and tell you that it's literally Earth, just like Renaissance era with dinosaurs. Granted, I know that the author says it's not Earth and it in no way is an alternate universe to Earth. It just oddly feels a lot like, you know, Earth. Hello. So now we are back home. It's been a few days since we started the Dinosaur Lord. We are that far into the Dinosaur Lord. We are on chapter 5. There's a guy that kind of reminds me of like Chris Pratt's character from Jurassic World, where he's like the dinosaur lord or dinosaur trainer, and there's a character in here that's called a dinosaur matador. Let's get right into reading. We just read chapter 7, and I found a bunch of things that I ended up highlighting using my highlighting strips and my tabs. And it says, "You balk at killing?" Rob asked. "I kill when I must. I don't enjoy it. Why do it then? Though my life's a small and miserable thing, it is my own, and not to be stolen from me by the likes of them." I don't know why, but that just settles with me so well. I don't know why. Beautiful. Beautiful. Why do I feel like it's beautiful? I don't know. I can't really tell you. I just feel like it is. We are on page 92. We are now that far into the book, but I found another one that I really liked, and it says, "What I've always insisted on from myself," Carol said, "is to do as well as I could and keep doing better until I'm at least competent. Long ago, I learned that to achieve something, one must start from where one stands, or spend eternity waiting for the right moment, which never comes." What? Tell me why I love it. Tell me why I actually love it. Everything about it. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love. All around outstanding. Okay, hi, hello. So it's been quite some time since I've filmed for this particular video. We are on chapter 10, page 114. We are that far into the book, and we are going to continue to read today. So why don't we just get right on into it, shall we? Yesterday I read a singular chapter and then I took a nap. So we are that far into the book. Our goal for today is to finish this book as much as we freaking can. Okay, so I found a phrase in the book because I was wondering how dinosaurs became mounts, and I think I found the answer. It says, "You were defeated a rampaging matador before you were 20, a mere stripling without so much as fuzz on your chin. Its offspring hatched before your eyes and bonded to you, which happens to be the only way to get a wild meat-eating dinosaur to serve as a mount, and they're far better than captivity-bred ones." To me, that's pretty interesting. I found that to be really interesting. So we are now 185 pages into the Dinosaur Lords. We're that far in. And what do I think of this story so far? So far, I think it's a great story. Honestly, I'm not too happy with hearing about the Imperial Champion June and Melodia. I'm not too interested in hearing their sides of the story. Honestly, I'm more interested in hearing the fallen hero Carol and Rob Corrigan. I'm honestly more interested in hearing about their sides of the story. It's a little frustrating. I get that she's a princess, but like at the same time, she's kind of annoying me, honestly. Like, she's really starting to make me agitated and angry, and I'm not quite sure why, but I'm just not liking her. June kind of seems all up in his head, and don't really think that that's right, because he's supposed to be spending time with Melodia and he's not there mentally, like completely. So that's a little frustrating, not gonna lie. As of right now, what do I feel like this book is? As far as a rating, I potentially feel like it, at the very, very minimum, will be a 3-star. So we took a little nap. We are now that far into the book. We are on page 216. So we have 358 pages left for us to go in the book. We've been doing a little bit more reading, and we are now on page 229, and Carl and Rob have been like talking a lot, and Rob goes, "I'm a poet, not a historian." Rob said, "Everything I tell you is true, considered metaphorically." And then Carl's response is, "Consider my sympathy metaphorical too then." That's like actually hilarious. I enjoyed that line. That was a pretty good line. Okay, so it's the next day. We are that far into the Dinosaur Lords, and we are on page 249, chapter 22, and I want to say we're a little bit less than halfway. So we are going to read as much as we can today and see if we can finish the book. That's our plan. That's what we're gonna do. Let's get into reading. So we took a nap. I'm that far in. We're not that much further in. I'm not gonna lie, this book is kind of like having us struggle through it. I really want to DNF the book. However, I would love to be able to tell my dad my true thoughts of what I think about it. Okay, so we are officially that far into the book. We are on page 289, chapter 26. We have 285 pages left for us to go, so we are really super excited about possibly finishing this book. We are that far into the Dinosaur Lords. I want to say we have like a third left of this book. I want today to be the last day that we read this, so let's get right into reading. Okay, so we officially made it to part 4. We are that far into the book. We are on page 411. We have 163 pages left for us to go. So I highly think that I can finish this book this afternoon. So I've been tabbing things. Not a lot of tabs. I've found parts that I just think are inspiring, which are yellow. Red are things that are important to plot, like a dinosaur knight's main weapon was his mount. Okay, so we are now that far into the Dinosaur Lords. We have 112 pages left for us to go. We can most definitely finish this book today. So we are officially that far into the book. We have 52 pages left to go. So I brought my dad back.
I'm back.
We finished the Dinosaur Lords, which was our blind date with a book that Dad had so graciously chose for us.
And made her finish it.
Yeah, I got probably like halfway through and I really wanted a DNF. He was like, no, you have to finish. But essentially, the ending is where it really picked up. So I am kind of happy that I did finish it.
You're welcome.
I want to say that I give this like a 3.5 star. You can see that I kind of like tabbed it. The yellow tabs are kind of like lines that are like, wow, like that's very philosophical or meaningful or whatever. The red was like important things that related to what makes this world so unique with having dinosaurs. And then the blue was something really funny that I found, and I actually want to share the little blue one with you. They're just the sort to all want to piss in the soup just to make it taste better. I thought that was really funny. So I found like certain moments that really stuck out with me in this book. I am unsure at this moment if I'm going to continue on with the series.
What was your threshold?
It had to be over 3 stars. But the question that I guess I have to ask myself is, was I interested enough in the cliffhanger to want to continue on? And I think that that's something that I have to think about and like read other books for a little bit before I like fully decide. So as of this point right now, I'm undetermined, but I did like this book. It was good. So 3.5 stars. The ending was definitely the thing that kind of pushed it above the 3 stars, was because I liked how fast things started to unravel. And I think that that's something that I didn't like at the beginning, was how slow it was. That's all that we really have.
Most dinosaurs move slowly. Except for the velociraptors.
Yeah, they move pretty fast. Well, the Tyrannosaurus Rex do too, but they got long legs.
Yeah, they great strides.
They take a long time though to get up.
Mm-hmm.
They have to like use their head to get up because they have teeny little baby arms. So that is all that I have for you as far as our blind date with a book. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you did enjoy. Do all of the YouTube things you know how to do, and I will see you in a bit. Bye!